the first question I ask is, what percentage of your spend is profitable? At a very simple question. So if I spend $1 on Facebook, what am I getting back, if anything? And based on their ability to answer that question or not, I have a good sense of where I'm at. From a data literacy, from an efficiency standpoint of that channel, I've come into companies where they are quote unquote the best at Facebook performance. And I'll ask them a question, what percentage of your spend is profitable? And they can't answer that question. And so my second line of question is, okay, so say we broke it down into 3 different categories. Over the past, let's say 60 days, what percentage of your spend did you acquire customers at or below your CPA or your CAC target? So how many customers did you acquire that are profitable? So if we say $100 is your CPA, how many customers did you acquire for $100 or less as a percentage of your spend over 60 days? The next one is, what percent of your spend did you acquire customers at 100 or higher, which is your incremental cost to acquire a customer. You've set up, you want to spend 100. How many did you get at 101, 200, 500, 1,000? The third category is, what percentage of your spend did you spend and have no conversions? The unfortunate part, and most of the time, is that percentage is often way too big. It should be about 10 to 15% because you're going to launch campaigns, they're going to fail. Ones are going to work and then stop working, but your ability to turn those off quickly is really where you're going to find more profitable spend. And what I'm trying to really isolate is in the first category, in terms of how much you have in your profitable spend, if you're acquiring customers at $40 like all day, why would you not spend more on those campaigns to max out that opportunity between $40 and $100? Because all of the conversions that exist within that period of time and within that space is profitable. On the secondary category, which is your incremental spend, I'm going to say, why are you spending money when it's already above the average cost to acquire a customer? Like this fallacy that somehow that ad that is now costing you $400 is going to come down under $100 in the next few days is unrealistic, and statistically it becomes impossible. Every dollar you spend above your average becomes harder to actually make it more profitable. And so so what percentage of your spend is profitable is the first question. Next is, break down your spend so I understand how much of it's profitable, how much of it's incremental, and how much of it was just a total waste. And as much as I want to believe that the bigger the budgets are, the more efficient the spend is, it's often the other way around. Right. People that are spending like 20K a month on Facebook, they're watching every single dollar. They're ruthless with their spend. When it gets bigger and bigger, if you don't have other channels to take the pressure off of the growth targets for the marketing team, Facebook is pushed to its limits. Like it really is. And I think that's where you start to see companies move away from understanding profitable spend, and they're just giving you blended CAC. What's your average cost to acquire a customer on Facebook? Oh, well, it's $105. And the way my brain works is, okay, well, the average is 105. So how many are you converting up at like 300 or 400, and how many are down at like $10, $15? And so before I even get into another channel mix, I want to stop essentially like the wasted spend, which is often, hey, we've been spending $1 million a month on Facebook, 300,000 of it, it's going into this bucket of not acquiring any customers. Let's use that more effectively. And I'm helping them basically reinvest in their channel. Like, how do you create your own budget? You do that by delivering more profitable growth. And that profitable growth, if your arrangement with a company is, hey, if you're acquiring customers at $50 on average, take that additional 50 that we were giving you for your CAC, reinvest those dollars back into your budget. And that's how you create that profitable channel. After that, I start getting into, okay, we're going to take our Facebook CAC from $100 down to 50, but our total CAC across the company is still high because our other paid channels are not as efficient. So we're going to start figuring out, when do we introduce SEO? It's going to take 6 to 12 months to ramp up. And over time, as that's ramping up, we can be reducing some of our paid efforts that are not efficient. And so it's really like depends on how they answer. I know there's a long-winded way of answering the question, but it's not really as simple as, hey, go add more channels. It's, what is the current state of your spend?